Welcome to all of you. I'm Siltram and I will be your host for Refresh Mindfulness, where we explore what's going on within us and around us so that we can live more fully. It's Juniper's well-being program for our residents, our associates, and the family members of our residents. Today, I'm coming to you from Central Pennsylvania, from Juniper Brookline Senior Living. Our topic this month is learning from nature, because it's all around us and it's also within us. The topic for today specifically is our Earth home, our Mother Earth. Earth itself has several meanings. There's the planet Earth, which is our home, and then there's the earth beneath our feet, the soil, the ground. So we'll be working with both of those. And I have two images I'd like to suggest that we'll call upon in our exploration. And this is the first one. This is an image from Apollo 17 from 1972, when humanity first could see this planet from space, and it got nicknamed the Blue Marble. It changed so many things. I think it engendered in us a feeling of brotherhood, that we're all on this planet together, and how fragile and also sturdy it is, and how much it gives to us, and how much we hopefully want to give to the earth. So as we explore this connection to this beautiful world, we'll use gentle movement, some breathing exercise, and reflection. So let's begin with some grounding breaths. I invite you to settle into your chair and feel your feet, the bottom of your feet, wherever they're touching, if it's the floor or the support on your wheelchair or the foot of your bed. Just notice the bottom of your feet. And imagine you could breathe in through the bottom of the feet, all the way up through the body. And as you breathe out, send it all the way down your legs and out your feet. And let's do that again. Bringing that good breath up to the top of the head and sending it back down. And one more, breathing in deeply from the feet all the way to the top of the head. And exhale down through the body and through the bottom of the feet. This kind of a breath brings us a sense of strength and stability. And also I wanted to mention the Native American name, or one of them, for the moon that just happened a couple days ago. Last night, in fact. The name is the worm moon, because this time of year the earth has thawed enough, is warm enough, at least in our location, for the earthworms to be active and start moving through the earth and aerating it, getting it ready for the seeds to have the air they need and the rain that will bring all of the plants to fullness in the spring and the summer. So I'm going to move back so that we can have a whole body experience for our movement. So let's warm up from the ground up again. We're going to rock our feet, heel, toe, heel, toe. Let's do that so they're both going the same way. And then let's alternate, one toe and one heel. Alternate sides. And from that we're going to go right into walking. So just moving your feet as if you're walking down a path. And feel that wonderful alternation, sides of the body, almost kind of twists and rocks us back and forth. And it's very soothing. It can be very calming to take a walk and get out of our heads. And now let your feet be still, and we're going to use our hands on our thighs. So the heel of the palm through the fingers, we're just going to roll them on the thighs like we're taking a walk. And I invite you to bring to mind a beautiful place, either from your imagination or a place that you actually know from the past or the present where you would enjoy walking. And just imagine you are there, strolling along, noticing the sights and the smells, maybe the temperature and the beauty. And I share with you the Navajo Diné poem prayer about walking in beauty. In beauty I walk. With beauty before me I walk. With beauty behind me I walk. With beauty above me I walk. With beauty below me I walk. And let's pause here for a moment, taking a resting breath. And now we'll get a little bit more active. Let's do some marching. So opposite hand, opposite leg. So we're put a little more effort in to how we touch the earth in this motion. And we're getting the rest of our body involved. So that will help our circulation, our breathing, activating perhaps even our mind and spirit. And you can go slower or you can go faster. I'm setting a pace and making suggestions, but please do it the way that works for you. And now we're going to push into the floor with one knee and extend the other leg and rotate that foot. And then rotate it the other direction. And push the toes forward and pull them back. Forward and back. Waking up the foot, our connection to the ground. And now set that foot on the ground and push into it and extend the other leg. And now we're going to make a full circle with that foot, like we're drawing in air. And now we'll go the other way, waking up all the muscles. There are many muscles and bones in the foot, so we're waking all of that up. And then pushing the toe forward, pulling it back, point and flex, point and flex. And while we have that foot out there, let's just give them a little bit of kicking. Feel those belly muscles holding you up. Setting the feet down on the ground. Hold onto one side of your chair. And we're going to tip to the side and ground into this hip that you're leaning into. And really feel the solidity of your chair under that hip. The other hip may actually be a little bit in the air. And now we're going to go to the other side and ground into this hip. And feel that stability. Now let's take a wider stance. I'm going to take this part of the arm and lean it on your thigh and bring the other arm to the sky, and if you like, over your head. So this is called the rainbow stretch, and I like to think of it as the rainbow over the mountain. we have a very, very solid foundation. We're making a triangle and the rainbow is going over it. And now let's have a rainbow over this side of the mountain, stretching all the way from the foot, from the hips, through the arms to the fingertips, getting a little bit longer there, and then coming back. Now we're going to push the hands into the knees and bend forward and rock back. Really leaning into our stability. Let's go one more. And now bringing the hands together, we're going to make the mountain shape. And then we're going to make it flat. So this is the triangle. This is flat. We're just going to use our arms this way and our hands. So once they're flat, push forward, round your back and lower your head. And then sit up tall and bring it back. And push forward and round. Bring it back and sit tall. Another one. Let's go one more time. Now let's roll the shoulders. And we still have that steady base below us. We're still the mountain. But maybe there's some boulders rolling around up here at the top. And now put out one hand, put the other one on top. And we're going to inhale and open to the mountaintop and then come back down. And open to the sky, come down. Open up, reach, 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 and come back to center. And now we're going to rotate the head upwards like we're looking to the top of a mountain. And stretch the front of your neck. And now we're going to watch that mountain go all the way down to the base. Stretch out the back of your neck. Let's look up the mountain and down the mountain. Inhaling, let's bring the hands to the sky. And from here we're going to turn the head like we're on the mountain and we're getting a great view. Maybe you've been on a high mountain or in the airplane where you can really get a view of the earth below. And sometimes it's quite stunning. And now let's pause. You can bring your feet back in if you like. And we're going to stop. Imagine our body is the mountain, our head is at the top, and we're going to work our way down. So bring your attention, lower your gaze, and if you like, close your eyes, and bring your attention to the top of your head. And then gently allow your awareness to fill your whole head. And come down through the throat, softening any places that might be tight. And come across the shoulder blades and down the arms, into the hands and the fingertips. Now bring your awareness to your torso, your chest and your back, your belly and your hips. And now we'll go down the legs, into the thighs, through the knees, down the lower leg, into the ankle, into the foot, into the toes, and wiggle those toes. And feel your whole body, how your whole body is sitting like a mountain and has that kind of steadiness, that kind of durability, that kind of strength. Ah. And now we'll put it all together with our reach and refresh. So inhaling, bring the hands up. Exhaling, bring them down to about heart center. Inhale up and exhale down. Bring the arms up and bring them down to your lap. See how comforting it is just to have your hands in your lap. And inhaling, bring them back up. Exhale and relax. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale with your hands coming down the center. And if you can, put your hands on the earth or put them on your legs and push into the earth. Wherever you are comfortable, just go that far. Stretch out your lower back. Release your head and neck. Take a deep breath here. And then another one. Inhale up the center. Exhale, release. Lovely. Pause to see how your body feels. Maybe it feels a little smoother or a little lighter. So I'm going to come up front so we can do a little reflection together. First, I'd like to do some word play and remember some of the ways we use the word earth in our phrases, in our language. My grandmother, Minnie, used to say, "For land's sake." So she used land as something important or grounded, and it was an exclamation. I can still hear her saying that. And then we have the phrase down to earth. If something or somebody is down to earth, it's very practical, it's very realistic. Or sometimes we might say, earth to Jim, earth to Jim. You're trying to get somebody's attention and bring them back to the present. Bring them back to earth. Or you might say, what on earth is that? And that's giving some emphasis to that question. Again, that it's important. We also say, stand your ground. Be immovable like a mountain. Or we might say, it took a lot to move heaven and earth. So to accomplish some great deed is to move heaven and earth. So those are just some of the ways that earth is used in our language. But I want to ask you a question. In what ways does our mother, our home, earth, support us? What are some of the ways you can think of? I thought of, it's a place to live. We inhabit the earth. It gives us food to eat, water to drink. Its atmosphere gives us air to breathe. And the beauty of nature is astounding. And that feeds, I think, our souls. And my second question to you is, what memories do you have about the earth? Maybe a special place on the earth, or an event, perhaps a natural event, or it could be a human event that you arranged, like a picnic. I think of gardening, or hiking, biking, boating, the recreational activities we have outside. And I think of collecting rocks. Did you ever have a pet or a favorite rock? Now they have painted rocks, and people sometimes paint a rock and then they'll leave it somewhere, and if you find it, it's yours, or you can carry it and put it in some other place where someone else will find it. So it's a fun kind of community activity that uses rocks. Our groundedness, our steadiness. So sometimes I like to end with a story or a sing-along. So I have a story about a song that we'll sing together. The song is "This Land Is Your Land," and it was written in 1940 by Woody Guthrie. Now Woody had lived in the Midwest during the 1930s when he was growing up. He was there during the Dust Bowl. Now that was a lot of earth flying through the air. Unfortunately, the farming that led to that, we didn't know at that time how to farm in a way to not lose our topsoil, and so it blew away. And whole communities, all kinds of people were refugees and migrants in their own land. And so some people went to California, some people like Woody went to California and then ended up in New York. But about 500,000 people were displaced and needed to find a home somewhere else on the earth. And I think that had a great impact on Woody, both the Dust Bowl catastrophe and the moving around the country finding a place for home. He got to see a lot of our country. So then how did this song become popular? Well, it was hardly ever played on the radio, which was the medium for sharing music. But the publisher of the music got a very bright idea. He put this song in the children's songbook at school. The children learned and loved the song, and they brought it home to their parents, and then the whole family learned the song, and every community and throughout the land learned the song, and it became very popular. So I am going to lead this in just my sing-along voice, which is really the only one that I have, but it's for the purpose of you to be able to join me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the Golden Valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Made for you and me, this incredibly beautiful place. Aren't we lucky people? And animals and plants. So that brings us all together. And this is the end of our session. I thank you for joining me in celebrating our Earth home. I hope you have a good week wherever you live on the earth, and receive the many blessings that we have here. Take good care and Goodbye for now.